Hello guys, and welcome to another video, and today I will be predicting some of the games and announcements in the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. And joining me today is Anton Retro.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this discussion.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that the Nintendo Direct announcement today was a little weird, because I feel like it was the most predictable time since, 2019 that Nintendo's announced a Direct. I feel like all times before this, Nintendo didn't release a Direct when people expected it. Because, I feel like in the past, people expected them to be at the beginning of the month, but then Nintendo released it at the end of the month.
Yeah, so Nintendo kind of changed the overall perception of when the Directs would actually be announced and then aired. But yeah, this one, it's definitely kind of... I didn't expect it to happen this early. I was expecting it to happen a little bit later. But...
Yeah, I feel like it's so expected that it was going to happen this week that it's kind of unexpected. Because like I said, Nintendo never does things when people expect them to. So...
Yeah, and it happens time and time again.
Yeah. So... starting off, we have games that are previously announced. So I definitely think we'll get more information on both Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Splatoon 3, and Advance Wars. Those three games, definitely. Especially Kirby and Advance Wars, because with Advance Wars, I think we already know the date. I think it's on the eShop, and it's April.
Leaked. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was April 8th or something, right?
Yeah, I don't even think it was leaked. I think Nintendo just put it on the eShop, but didn't really say it anywhere else.
Yeah.
Splatoon.
It could have been an accident.
Yeah. Splatoon 3, I could see probably May or June. That's probably...
Yeah, I'm thinking June. That seems like a solid June game, because that game seems pretty far along, and they've shown us quite a bit, but not enough. So I think we're definitely going to see a bit more information with that possible test fire. They might do one of those trial things like they've done for every Splatoon game.
They might even announce a Splatoon Direct, maybe for March or April, and they'll have a separate Splatoon Direct where they'll announce the test fire and everything, and more information about the game. I'm sure we'll get a trailer for Splatoon 3 here, but I think they might do a separate Direct, knowing how...
They're gonna announce a lot of those Directs, because remember in September, right? There was a lot of announcements of Directs, like the
Animal Crossing Direct,
Animal Crossing,
the Smash Direct, different things like that.
So I think we could definitely see a Splatoon one.
Yeah.
That's likely.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land, there's still a decent amount of the game that we don't know about, because, with that one trailer, there was a lot that was revealed, but I still want to see more. I still want to see how, the progression works in the game, and just overall, that game looks really good, and I'm just really excited to see more and eventually get the game in March.
Yeah, that game just needs a little bit more, clarity for some certain aspects, but I don't know. I don't even know if we're going to see that much. I think they might just show a quick trailer or something.
Yeah.
Because every time they do a Direct, they usually showcase a new aspect of a game, right? Because they don't usually elaborate very much, except for that Metroid Dread trailer that we got in September. But I think we're definitely going to see something from Kirby. Maybe something new, a multiplayer mode or something like that.
Yeah, and maybe a very basic kind of showcase of the story. Basically what it's about. I don't think they'll go too in-depth with it, because I feel like they're saving most of it for the actual game, but I feel like they might show, a snippet of the story.
Yeah.
But other games that I feel that are possibly gonna get trailers, but I'm not too certain, are Mario plus Rabbids and Breath of the Wild 2. There's a possibility we could get either one of those, but I don't think it's entirely likely.
I think Mario Rabbids and Ubisoft might do their own thing with that.
Yeah.
They might do their own trailer, but I don't know. We did see it at the E3 Direct, right?
Yeah.
But they just elaborated on what they showed in that Ubisoft presentation at the time. So I don't think we're going to see Mario plus Rabbids, but you never know.
Yeah, there is a possibility that Ubisoft could have been saving Mario plus Rabbids to show it at the Direct, but since we haven't gotten new information on it for a while, but Yeah, I definitely think it's possible that they do their own thing for that. And Breath of the Wild 2, I think it's 50-50. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Because
Yeah.
they didn't show it in the September Direct. So I think there's enough time for them to do something, but like, people are saying that the only thing we could really see is like a title. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. It depends even if it's like when it comes out at the end of the year,
I could see a thing where they'd show like a short trailer with the title with a little more elaboration on what it's gonna be about, and then they say, we'll show more information about Breath of the Wild 2 at E3. I feel like that's probably what it's gonna be.
Yeah, and then they'll say that the name, right? And then they'll
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that seems pretty likely to happen. My guess for the title is it might do something with like Zelda, like my idea is that the story in the game will have like parallel, like Zelda stories will take place like underground, and then Link will be like in like the overworld. That's kind of my idea.
Yeah, I think it would be cool if you could like switch between the two and kind of like
so cool.
Yeah. And moving on to third party, I do think we might get like some trailers or maybe even like kind of a little more information about some of them, like Triangle Strategy, Chocobo Racing, Pac-Man Museum Plus, Bayonetta 3, games like that. I think Pac-Man Museum, even though that's gonna be a multi-platform release, I do think there's a possibility that it could get an announcement or a release date announcement here, or maybe even a shadow drop, because I feel like games like that,
like those reels, you know those reels that they show like a bunch of different games?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that might be in there.
Yeah.
Because they usually do one towards like the end of every direct, right?
Yeah, I think for, like, I have a feeling for Pac-Man Museum Plus, like, usually games like that, like, releasing at a certain time frame, sometimes actually get shadow dropped or announced during a direct, and then other platforms will release their own trailers for it, because I feel like that's definitely a possibility.
And then there's Triangle Strategy, which is coming out soon. That name, though.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah. Like, Octopath Traveler, I thought that was an alright name, but Triangle Strategy, that kind of seems
like so generic.
Yeah, it's so generic. Like,
the next game is going to be, hey guys, we're going to make Square Strategy, and then Pentagon Strategy, and then
NFT Strategy.
I know, it's like, where did they come up with these names? Did they just run out of ideas and they're like, yeah guys, you know, we need to make this simple, but almost too simple? I don't know, I find that really weird. Like, Octopath Traveler kind of, I think it's a very memorable name, you know? There's anything that sounds like it, but this is just so boring. I don't know.
They're gonna do Fire Emblem Square Strategy.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like in the same art style and everything.
Yeah, no, Cube Strategy.
Yeah, Cube Strategy, yeah. And then, moving on, I think we could possibly get a teaser for the Mario movie.
I wouldn't say it's out of question.
Yeah,
Remember the last thing?
Yeah. Like, I didn't expect anything about the Mario movie at a direct at all. I thought it was going to be completely separate. But
that was so bizarre.
Yeah, seeing that they had that random announcement for the cast of the Mario movie, I think there's a possibility we could get, like, a teaser trailer for the Mario movie. Like, I don't think it's too far out, because sometimes movies get teaser trailers, like, a while before they release. So I think there's definitely a possibility we could get, like, at least a teaser trailer, and then maybe say, like, the full trailer is coming, like, in June or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they do it at E3, but there's a possibility they could always do it there, too. But, I don't know, I'd say it'd be interesting if it happened.
It would definitely cause a lot of memes and a lot of chaos on the internet.
Oh yeah, like that when they announced like the cast, that was something else.
Yeah,
that was so bizarre. I was like, what am I watching? Like,
weird. I didn't even know how to react when I was like watching it. I was like, what Chris Pratt Mario? What?
It was just, and it just happened. Like, it caught us all by surprise. Like, we didn't expect it to be in a direct, and then it's just like, oh, it's so strange. Like, I don't even know. It was weird.
Yeah, moving on to something that they usually do during Directs is DLC and updates. So I think we could possibly get like either DLC or updates to Mario Party Superstars, Metroid Dread, or Pokemon Legends Arceus. Legends Arceus might be a separate like presentation, but they might do like some kind of teaser because sometimes they do stuff like that. But
like, remember when they did the Bowser's Fury thing? Remember when that came out? They were like, "Oh, well, we recently launched like Bowser's Fury and 3D Worlds." Remember when they did that? It was like randomly in the direct, and everybody thought it was like a Mario game. And then
yeah, I thought it was going to be Odyssey 2 at first.
That was so weird. Like, I don't know why they did that. I was like, I don't know, that was strange. But they could always do something like, oh yeah, Legends Arceus, it has recently launched, and here's some teaser or something. They could always do that. But...
yeah. Imagine if they're talking about, oh, here's some, like, Mario Party Superstars is selling really well. Here's a new trailer for Triangle Strategy. But,
that's...
yeah. Mario Party Superstars, I think it's possible that we'll get updates for that game. I'm not entirely sure, because Super Mario Party...
record.
Yeah, but... yeah, but considering the fact that it sold well, I think it sold like about 5 million copies, which is about as well as Super Mario Party sold in the same time frame. So I think it's
pretty good.
Yeah, and considering the fact that they're remaking old content in Superstars, I think DLC is definitely more likely.
Yeah, I think that'd be a strong decision for them to do. Just it'd be pretty easy for them to add that content in there. And I think the game is pretty like they can expand it, like, you know, it's designed in the way where they can just add more boards and mini games without really changing the way the game plays. So,
and also with
go for it.
With Metroid Dread, I feel like it's also possible, considering the fact that it did really well and it was received really well. The sales are really good too, because I think it's on track to be the best-selling Metroid game. So I think it would be a missed opportunity if they don't do DLC for the game. Like, I'm not sure if it would be like something really big or as something as small as like an update with like a little more content. But I think it would be nice to see something more from Metroid Dread, because that game is amazing.
Yeah, I haven't finished it quite yet, as I've been kind of hooked on Legends Arceus, which might be a problem.
Yeah, I actually still need to finish Metroid Dread 2. I'm actually near the end of the game, but it's already one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, it's really well designed, and I think I don't think they're gonna make like a new game quite soon. So I think that they might as well. I mean, you know, they might do Prime and stuff like that, but like in terms of Dread, I think they could definitely do something with that. With like, I say they could. I think an extra expedition or something, you know?
Yeah, and maybe like a small new area.
Or something like that, you know?
Yeah, like they could do a small new area and then like have like different missions within the other areas. I feel like they could possibly do something like that.
Yeah, like an epilogue. That would be a good idea.
And another thing is Nintendo Switch Online. I feel like we really should get something new from that. Like, I'm not sure if it would be either like retro games like Game Boy, GBA, GameCube, or something completely different, like another offering or another game. But I feel like they really like. I mean, I really don't.
I would say something not for the expansion pack, like because the last game they gave us Jelly Boy and Bobswool. Like,
I feel like they're
like months.
Yeah, and I feel like they should definitely put something on the expansion pack to give it more value, because, like, I feel like I'm not sure if Nintendo entirely knows about, like, the backlash from the expansion pack. It might be reflected in the sales, because I definitely think the sales are going to be a lot lower for the expansion pack due to the price. So there might be more incentives for the expansion pack, along with some more content for the base Nintendo Switch Online, like with something like Tetris 99, or more games for the NES and SNES library.
Yeah, we could always see them do some kind of like small eShop game.
Yeah.
Like Kirby, right? I don't know. I don't really know what they can do. Because they killed Super Mario 35. Sad. But
imagine if they actually bring that back. Like they do like some full-blown Mario 99 thing, and they just like upgrade the game.
Yeah, that was a weird thing why I took it down. But it'd be so cool if they brought it back.
Yeah.
They bought, well, actually, Bandai Namco did Pac-Man 99, but it's kind of the same thing. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I think we could definitely see something with Nintendo Switch Online, because we definitely need, like, right now, the base subscription has not changed at all since like, Jelly Boy came out, so
Yeah.
we need something more from that.
So next up are new announcements that I kind of see likely due to like speculation and a lot of rumors recently. So the first one is a new Donkey Kong game or a new Donkey Kong Country game, because it's been, I think, about 8 years since the last game.
That's crazy.
So I definitely think it's possible, like, due to a lot of the speculation behind it. I'm not sure, like, I know, obviously, you shouldn't really base your predictions off of rumors, but I feel like since it's been so long, and they're doing a lot for Donkey Kong, like, they're doing the Super Nintendo World Park and everything, so I think it's definitely possible that we would get, like, a trailer or something from Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I remember there was like rumors about that in E3, and nothing really happened for like
Yeah.
Direct. So
And they
I would
did.
say they're definitely gonna do something Donkey Kong.
Yeah, they did have, like, there was a rumor a while back that had information about Kirby and Donkey Kong for E3, but Kirby came on the Direct after E3 in September, so there's
Yeah.
a possibility we could get Donkey Kong this time.
It's like Kirby was probably delayed, right? I mean, all those
Yeah.
games were probably delayed anyways. So I think it'd be cool to see a Donkey Kong. The question is though, is it 3D or 2D?
I would have to, like, if I were to bet on it, I would probably say 2D. I don't think they're really gonna go back to 3D for a while. Yeah. But if Nintendo does see the potential and sees the comeback of 3D platformers, even with their own games like Mario Odyssey and Kirby, I feel like there's a possibility there could be a 3D Donkey Kong, but I don't think it's too likely.
Yeah, I just don't want it to feel like kind of a half-baked game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want
Yeah.
it to feel like, because Tropical Freeze is so well designed and you know, it kind of does everything really good for the series. But that, like, if it's just Donkey Kong Country, like if it's not the third in the Return series and something else like Jungle Climber, you know, that's kind of what I'm worried about. I don't want it to
Yeah.
feel like a game that's like, okay, it just kind of exists. I want it to feel like a new entry in the series.
Yeah. And next up is a Metroid Prime remake. So I'm thinking it's either this or a Metroid Prime trilogy, but I think the Metroid Prime remake is more likely due to a lot of the speculation happening. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, people online are referring to it as a remake rather than a remaster. So there's possibly going to be a decent amount of effort put into it, so I'm not really worried like I was about Skyward Sword HD for this
Yeah,
one.
because that was barely,
Yeah.
like, they barely did anything with the visuals. But if this is like built from the
Yeah.
ground up, that would be really cool to see.
And the thing is, like, even if they do something like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, I think it would be pretty good. Because, like, with Metroid Prime, that released all the way back in 2002 on the GameCube, and I feel like it definitely needs, like, even when it was released on the trilogy, like, that was back on the Wii over a decade ago, so I feel like it definitely needs some kind of upgrade, like, a lot of enhancements. I definitely, yeah.
Like, even add like new content to it and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and I feel like if Metroid Prime 4 isn't going to release for another couple years, I feel like Metroid Dread and then possibly this would definitely kind of fill that gap, and if they're gonna kind of lure Metroid fans into this, I do feel like they're probably gonna have new content.
Yeah, and also like Metroid Prime, that's a pretty mainstream GameCube game, right?
Yeah.
So it would make sense that they probably just want to do that game, maybe.
Yeah.
That's why, or maybe maybe you know, because they're doing a remake from the ground up. Like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition wasn't really built from the ground up. Like you can see the Wii game's DNA inside it, but they did so much work that it's like
It's basically
they
a
pretty much
remake
fixed
at that
everything.
point.
Yeah. So they did so much, but with this, I think they're going to do from the ground up. I think it's going to be not based off the original source code.
Like, yeah, it's probably gonna look like a current gen game and everything, or well, Switch standards current gen, but like, but like I definitely feel like I'm not sure if it would be developed by Retro Studios. It probably will be. So because it probably won't need as much effort as Metroid Prime 4. So I think if there could possibly be other developers involved too. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's basically kind of how I feel about a Metroid Prime remake. I also really enjoyed that game because I actually have it on the GameCube. I got it last year, and it's a really fun game. It's my second favorite Metroid game behind Metroid Dread, and I really like it. So I would really like if it got a remake.
Yeah, I would like to try it out for the first time, so I'd be excited to play it, I think.
Yeah, so next up is a Fire Emblem game. So I feel like it's been a few years since Three Houses, and I feel like there's definitely a possibility that Intelligent Systems could be developing the next Fire Emblem game. And
yeah, because Three Houses was done with a bit of Koei Tecmo, I think. I think they assisted. Because that game, like, I haven't played it, right? But like, it seemed that it was kind of like slightly rushed, I think, because if you see they delayed that game like a year, I think, after. It was something like they delayed it by like, I think it was supposed to come out in like May of 2019, and it came out like a little later. Something happened in that game. But I did definitely see Intelligent System do like a new one.
Yeah, I did hear a lot of good things about Three Houses, so
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'd like to play it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this would be a sequel to Three Houses or the remakes that they do, because I know
Houses.
Yeah, Four Houses. But I know they've been doing like the Fire Emblem remakes. I think a remake is definitely more possible, but considering the fact that it kind of seems like they're gonna do a lot of remakes, like with the Metroid Prime remake, if that ends up being a thing. I'm not sure if they would.
Wars as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they would just do another remake, but considering Fire Emblem, the remakes of Fire Emblem seem to be like really big upgrades from the originals. Like they're not really like faithful remakes, like Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Oh,
like they're like actually like reimagined and everything, and actually feel like new games. So I feel like the new Fire Emblem game could possibly do something new. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I haven't really been into the Fire Emblem series in the past. Like, the only game I've played is Heroes on mobile for my Nintendo points. But I might consider checking out a new Fire Emblem game, because I've heard a lot of good things about the series, and I might even pick up Three Houses sometime soon. So, I would be excited if a new one gets announced.
Yeah, like, I would definitely be interested in playing one. Maybe I'd go pick up Three Houses as well, because I've heard a lot of good things about it, so yeah.
Yeah, and another one, which actually wasn't really rumored by, like, online sources, it was actually found in a Nintendo magazine, and it's actually a Kirby spin-off, or something related to the Kirby 30th anniversary. I definitely think it's possible, because I'm not sure what it would be. Like, I did a separate discussion about this before, and I mentioned Kirby Air Ride, or a sequel to Kirby Battle Royale, but
yeah, I'm thinking the Battle Royale. That to me, like, they could just take the Star Allies engine, and they can make like a kind of maybe a Nintendo Switch Online styled game where it's like battle, like, I think that'd be a pretty cool thing. But they could also do like a collection too. Or something, right?
A collection is possible too. Like maybe a collection of Return to Dreamland, Triple Deluxe, and Planet Robobot.
Yeah, that'd be really cool, because like if they put because I mean most of the games are on like the NSO, right? And 64 is also coming to NSO soon as well. So
yeah,
so we'll have to see.
Here's a really wild prediction that's probably not going to happen. Kirby Maker. Imagine,
Maker.
Yeah, wow. Imagine if that happened. Like, let's say there's like the different styles would be Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Adventure, Kirby Superstar, and then
Dream Land 3.
Yeah, and then Kirby Dream Land 3, and then either Kirby 64 and then Kirby Star Allies.
That would be really cool. But that's actually a really that's something I haven't really heard tossed around as an idea, but
yeah,
that would be really neat.
I didn't mention that in my Kirby prediction discussion, but I think there's definitely a possibility, but if they're going out with the Kirby 30th anniversary, then maybe, but considering the fact that we already have Kirby in the Forgotten Land, I definitely think it's unlikely.
Yeah, the Air Ride idea, too, could be cool.
Oh yeah, Air Ride is definitely possible. It could either be like a remaster of Air Ride or like a sequel. So, but that would be really cool to see. And next up is a casual game, and a lot of people are mentioning a 1-2 Switch sequel. Also.
3-4 Switch.
Or 3-4 Switch.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that could be really interesting. I think they're definitely gonna do something weird. Like Nintendo always does a weird thing each year. I even had another idea of them doing like another game with the Ring Con. So use the Ring from Ring Fit Adventure for another game. You know?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
2, or either like a Wii Sports Resort-esque kind of game that you use the ring for. So that could be cool.
Yeah. And the final game I have here that I think is likely is Xenoblade 3. Because Monolith Soft hasn't really been working on something for a while. Like, the last thing they released was, I think, Definitive Edition. And I just have to say, Definitive Edition is great. I really enjoyed it. And
amazing game.
Yeah.
Masterpiece.
And I'm thinking we'll probably get another Xenoblade game this year, considering the fact that they had the website update recently. And
yeah,
I think there's a lot of evidence leading towards Xenoblade 3, because I think there was something about like the music and the voice acting, something like that.
yeah, I think the voice actor for Melia, she said that she recorded something, but like we don't exactly know if that was for the Future Connected stuff that she was referring to, or if it was a new game. But if she did record recently for a new game, that could definitely mean that they're gonna do some kind of like thing where it's like kind of in a distant future or something like that, which that could be really cool.
Yeah,
I really like. People were saying that it could be the end of like the trilogy of like Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah, and one thing that I'd really like to see is like I haven't played Xenoblade 2, but I know in Xenoblade X I haven't played that either, but I know that game is open world, so I think it would be really cool to see like another full open world Xenoblade game. Like
yeah, that'd be really cool.
Like the gameplay would be closer to Xenoblade 1 and 2, but with an open world of X. I think that would be really nice.
Yeah, because right now Xenoblade Definitive Edition and 2 are very much like Pokemon Legends Arceus, where they're just separate areas.
Yeah.
Right? And, I mean, it's cool. It doesn't really matter, but I think it'd be cool, though, if it was a full, like, open world.
Speaking of Legends Arceus, I think it would also be cool if there was a little more, immersion, like, with the controls, because I feel, the controls and gameplay in Xenoblade is really good, but I think it would be really cool if you could actually, like, do a little more with your moveset in Xenoblade, kind of like in the open world. Because I feel like
I have to say, like, the movement, sometimes it's a little bit stiff.
Yeah.
Like, especially, I think, the Definitive Edition, I'm not the biggest fan of how they did the movement. In fact, I think they did a better job on the Wii with the movement for that game. I don't know, they made it kind of weird. But then, Xenoblade 2, it has good movement as well, but you don't feel like you're really in control of the character. As, like, Legends Arceus, you feel like you're just, like, it's so immersive, right?
Yeah,
so
because I definitely think they could definitely mix a few more action elements from Zelda and Pokemon Legends Arceus kind of into it to kind of make a more immersive experience.
Like, the item system I like a lot better in Legends Arceus, and I'm surprised on how many things I really like about Legends. That I kind of hope that they put into more games. But I think also with the Xenoblade, I just hope it runs good too, because like those
Yeah.
games sometimes run a little. Like they do a lot, but then the games don't really run as well. So I don't know. We kind of have to see. But I'm very excited, and I really hope it also plays a bit like you know the Torna expansion, right?
Yeah.
I hope they take some of those elements from the gameplay, because the gameplay in that one is better than 2. The game itself, like the mechanics, are better. So I'm hoping that they'll take the Torna stuff and a bit of Definitive Edition, fuse them together, and make a really cool game.
So moving on are some possible but less likely new announcements. So I kind of wanted to go through a couple because I don't want this video to be too long, and just say, really hope Mario Kart 9 or Super Mario Odyssey 2. I'll go through all the Mario games. Mario Kart 9, Super Mario Odyssey 2, a new Mario and Luigi, a new Mario vs. Donkey Kong, or a new Mario Strikers or Baseball. I do think those are possible, especially Mario Kart 9, and surprisingly Mario Strikers. But I feel like a lot of them are like they're possible, but I feel like they're more of things that would be announced a little later, considering the announcements that we already have currently. But
I could see like right at the end of the direct, we can get like some kind of thing where it's like we hear like car noises, and then it's like on the pavement, it's like Mario Kart like 9, like that. I could see us getting like a teaser right at the end of the direct for Mario Kart. I
feel like out of all Mario games right now, I feel like Mario Kart 9 is definitely one of the more likely games.
Because like Mario, we have the Bowser's Fury stuff that wasn't too long ago. For Mario versus Mario and Luigi, we don't really know.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi is possible if we don't get Mario Kart 9, because I do feel like there is definitely going to be another Mario game this year. I kind of find it weird.
We need a Mario game.
Yeah,
we have Mario Rabbids.
Yeah, we only have Mario plus Rabbids, but I feel like it's weird that we haven't gotten anything else from Mario. So I definitely think one of these Mario games, if it's like either these or something completely different, is possible. Like another one that I mentioned is Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which would be a smaller title. I would say probably like a $30 to $40 title. And I'm thinking they could possibly do
game.
Yeah. And well, I'm thinking if they're gonna do a Mario vs. Donkey Kong game, I think they could possibly do a return to form. Like kind of make it in the style of Donkey Kong 90.
Game Boy game.
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
So cool.
Yeah, like
I don't like the DS one. Like that is just so. It's like a very mobile-ish game.
The thing is, the thing is with the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong, that was actually a sequel to Donkey Kong 94. So if they kind of make it like a return to form with both Donkey Kong 94 and Mario vs. Donkey Kong Game Boy Advance, I feel like it would definitely be like a really good game to have on the Switch.
I mean, that could be our Donkey Kong game. You never know.
Yeah.
That could be what it actually is.
I mean, like, even though I really, really want a new Donkey Kong Country game, I wouldn't be too disappointed if we only got Mario vs. Donkey Kong, because I love Donkey Kong 94 and the first Mario vs. Donkey Kong game.
Yeah, that game is so well designed, the Game Boy game. Like, the Game Boy Advance game, I'm not a really big fan of it. I know it's like same like gameplay, but there's something off about like some of the things. I mean, I haven't played that much of like, I haven't like finished the game or anything. I played quite a bit of the beginning, but there's something weird about the game that I like the Game Boy one a bit better, I think.
Yeah, I would say, in my opinion, I would say they're about the same. Like I like both of them equally, but there's some things that I like about both games that I like, some aspects of both games that I like better about each. But another thing we could possibly see is Wario Land, because so the last Wario Land game released nearly 15 years ago. I think next year.
That's crazy.
Next year it will be 15 years with the one on the Wii, and I feel like it could possibly be developed by Goodfeel again, because I'm not sure what other studio would make a Wario Land game.
Yeah, remember that was a while ago, people were remembering a Virtual Boy remake for the 3DS that never happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We could always get like a remake of that, or we could just get a Shake It.
Yeah.
Like, that would be pretty cool too, because the original game is not in 16:9, and it's really weird. And I was reading some kind of article about back in 2008, they were talking about like why they made the game in like 4:3 when like 16:9 was kind of becoming a popular thing, and like literally the director was like, oh yeah, it's probably not gonna be like a big important thing. So they were kind of like, oh yeah, it's not important. I find that funny.
Yeah, just imagine if we were still using 4:3 instead of 16:9, just like they predicted.
Yeah. They were just like, it's funny.
But the final thing, the final prediction I have is a Wind Waker and Twilight Princess port.
Yeah.
I don't think it's likely, but I do think it's still possible. Like, if Breath of the Wild 2 isn't going to release till the holiday season, I feel like they could possibly have Wind Waker...
Like a May kind of release.
Yeah.
Like, similar to what Metopia was like. I think that kind of time slot would work really well. Because, I mean, I have the games, so if they don't announce them, I can just play them, but I've been kind of, like, holding off a little bit because I'm like, I want to play I have the Wii U ones, but, like, do I wait? You know,
Yeah.
I'm kind of in that weird position where I'm like, if I just wait a little bit longer, maybe we will get something, but it'd be pretty cool to see. But the question is, will they make it, like combined, or two games?
I'm thinking, like, since there are already 2 released things, I know, knowing Nintendo, they'll probably do 2, but I'm just predicting that they'll do 1 collection,
yeah, that's
like 3D All-Stars.
Is because I would say if they don't add anything to the games, and they're just more or less the same with, like, no enhancements, they're gonna be together in, like, a combo. I think if they add quite a bit and change, like, you know, like, I think if they're, like, tweaked a little bit more than we expect, like, maybe they add, like, some few new modes to the game, and compatibility stuff like the Switch, you know, they might do more than we expect. I think then they will be separate. But
yeah,
considering that, like, most of the ports have been, like, they've added content, you know, to most of them, I think pretty much all of them have had significant content. So, I don't know. I think it's likely, though, that we could see them together in, like, one bundle. So.
Yeah, so anyways, that's all of my predictions. Oh, I have one more prediction. This can't be a Reese prediction video if I don't predict Paper Mario.
1,000 Euro HD.
Yeah, Paper Mario the 1,000 Euro HD. That's my one big prediction. So, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go with one more prediction. I'm gonna go with a port of Yoshi's Woolly World. An like a kind of an HD, well, I guess it's already on the Wii U, but like a kind of a port of the 3DS and Wii U versions combined to like a definitive version. That's what I'm gonna say is my final prediction.
Yeah, so anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.
Goodbye.